Welcome to the Glam Life Podcast, where we empower and inspire beauty professionals to take their careers to the next level. Your host, Victoria, is a certified business coach with over a decade of experience in the beauty industry, helping countless beauty professionals start and grow successful businesses. Now she's sharing her knowledge and expertise with you. Whether you're just starting out in the beauty industry or looking to take your business to new heights, this podcast is for you, covering topics like community, management, branding, and much more. So join us on this journey to build the beauty business of your dreams.
Hey, and welcome back to the Glam Life Podcast. I'm your host, Victoria Rocca. You might know me as Victoria Glam if you follow me over on Instagram. I am the owner of the Microblading Institute and Brow Sister PMU products. I am also an international speaker, and I have been a business coach in the past. If you were one of my coaching students, please leave me a holler, leave me a review. I really, really appreciate it. It helps the podcast grow. So today I want to talk to you guys. Last week we were talking a little bit about hustle culture, right? And we are now moving to a format where I think I'm going to be posting on Mondays and Thursdays. We'll see how long I can sustain that without losing my brain. But so I don't know if it's going to be like the last podcast we discussed that or if it's last week that we discussed that. But this week I want to lean a little bit more into that and speak to you about human design. And how it can, knowing your human design and understanding design types, especially for maybe if you have employees in your business, how that can help you improve efficiency within your business. So let's start at the beginning. For those of you who don't know or maybe are unfamiliar with human design, which I was introduced to by my friend Laura Chenery, Chenery. You can go and find her on my Instagram at victoria.glam. Go and follow, see the people that I'm following, and just type in Laura Chenery. You'll be able to find her pretty easily, I think. So she first introduced me to human design, and I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. She was always talking about masculine and feminine energy, and I thought that she was calling me very masculine, and I was like, girl, I have lashes on. I didn't know what she was talking about, but she was talking about masculine energy being like achievement and ambition, and feminine energy being like honoring yourself and resting and that kind of thing, and how it played into my business. And yeah, she and I kind of were the yin to each other's yang for a couple of months while we worked on our businesses. And I found it very interesting. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my human design and all 5 types of human design, so you can kind of like see if one of them you think might fit yours. But you can also like look these up. And of course, there's a million TikToks on human design, and there's a million different places to go and find yours. What you're going to need to know is you're going to need to know where you were born and exactly what time you were born. And I know some of you are already like, oh, I'm fucking logging out. I don't blame you. I understand. It sounds very woo-woo and non-scientific at all. But the more that I looked at the type that was assigned to me, the more that I thought to myself, you know something? There might be something to this, because a lot of it actually fits me and specifically is describing where I'm finding the burnout in my business. So for those of you who are not familiar with human design, it's a system that combines like astrology, Kabbalah, quantum physics, and I don't know what else, to create like a blueprint of your personality and of your purpose in life, right? And of your potential, what you could be doing, and how to like best use your energy. Stay with me. I promise, it gets more discernible. So hang in there. There are 5 main types in human design, okay? So each of these has its own strengths and weaknesses that can impact like your work and how you interact with others and your drive, that kind of thing. The first type is a manifester. So this is someone who is a natural leader with a really strong drive to like initiate and make things happen. They create, right? Or I don't know if they create, but they direct, and they have a force like energy. This can be inspiring to people. It can be intimidating to people. So while they have like the vision and the ability to manifest it, they also kind of act impulsively, probably without consulting other people, and can sometimes lead to conflict and to being misunderstood. That's a manifester, right? The next is a generator. So this personality type is consistent. They have sustainable energy. So if you've got a friend that like can just always keep going in work and she doesn't burn out, It's probably because they have a deep satisfaction when they're working on something that they really enjoy, but they can get frustrated really easily and drained by doing tasks that really don't align with their passion. So they have to, like, their heart has to be in it, you know? Generators are really good at taking action and at following through on commitments. They do struggle with decision making and with learning how to say no. So I have a hunch, without knowing what time she was born and being able to look up her type, I have a hunch that my cousin Caitlin is probably a generator because she is always down to ride. She is the best foot soldier I've ever met. I would totally hand over the reins, except she doesn't know how to say no, and she wants me to tell her, like, just, can you just make a decision? Just tell me which one you want me to do and I'll do that thing. That's so her personality. The third type is a projector. So projectors are the rarest type. They have a natural ability to kind of see like the big picture and also to recognize the strengths of others. And they're a little bit more sensitive and intuitive with their energy. So they get to understand the needs of people around them faster than other people do. Sometimes they can struggle with like the need to assert themselves and be heard. So they need to be what's called like invited or recognized before they actually give out their, I don't know, like expertise. Otherwise it can be seen as like pushy and I don't know, almost rude. Like, why are you so abrasive? Why are you so I can't think of words. I am a projector. So I wonder how much I am infusing my own personal life experience with this definition, but I've found this my whole life that people are like, wow, you're so abrasive, you're so blunt, I guess. And it's just because like I can see where you're headed, or I can see what it is, you know, I know what you're talking about, so I can tell you, oh, I've already fucked that up before and I'm just telling you what's going to happen. But if they didn't ask for it, then I should shut up. You know what I mean? Like, people need to ask for your advice or ask for input or invite you to work on this project with them before you should just like go in full force. And we have this propensity to just go in full force and be like, oh, I can tell you exactly how to fix this or exactly how this should play out, which is why we're so good at coaching, at organizing. Like, I can give you the game plan, but if you didn't ask for it, you really don't want it, you know? So we can be seen almost as like nosy or pushy. The fourth type is a reflector. Reflectors are like, I don't know, like very in tune with their environment and people around them. So they have this like reflective energy that allows them to see all sides of a situation and make really well-informed decisions. On the flip side, this sensitivity really allows other people's energy to kind of like lead them or overwhelm them, confusion. They might even like struggle sometimes with establishing their own identity and direction. So I don't want to say like they're a follower. I think it's just easy to kind of get like, if you imagine yourself in a hall full of mirrors, sometimes it can be a little difficult. Like, you know, if you go to the carnival and you go into that fun house with all the room full of mirrors, sometimes you can't figure out where the exit is and you just came through it. Kind of like that, I would assume. Lastly, the fifth type is actually a subcategory of generators, but it's called the manifesting generator. So to the best of my knowledge, this kind of just combines the strengths of both manifestors and generators, right? They're like a hybrid, I guess. They have this really powerful creative energy that allows them to initiate and follow through on ideas, but also be really responsive to opportunities and experiences as they come, right? So we've all heard luck is really just when preparation meets opportunity. That perfectly surmises a manifesting generator, right? So the flexibility, though, is a two-way coin, because sometimes it can lead to lack of focus, maybe not really having direction, or losing direction. And they might struggle a little bit with feeling kind of pulled in too many different directions at one time. So how does understanding these types, I told you, hang in there, right? I told you, stay with me. How does this impact efficiency within your business? I think that by recognizing and honoring your personal, unique strengths and weaknesses, whether that's something that you learned in therapy or something that you got through human design or your astrology chart, or you just understanding yourself at a deeper level, however you get to know your personal strengths and weaknesses, I think you can create like more harmonious and productive work environment for yourself. So for example, like manifestors might excel in leadership roles, but a projector is probably better suited for consulting or an advisory position, which I have historically been amazing at. I'll toot my horn. I'm a really good coach. But like I said, like you need that invitation. People have to be open to hearing the advice, which I mean, everyone knows that, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I think that I have historically pissed off some clients, and I can think of like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them specifically, who when I told them the truth, like you are part of the problem in your business, they fired me as a coach. They did not want to work with me anymore. They wanted a different coach. And it was because I am a projector. I was just telling them straight up bluntly, and they weren't open or receptive to hearing it. So had I known this, a year ago when I was first like really just super confused as to like there's no other way for me to tell you how to fix your business. That's what you paid me to do, right? You paid me to tell you how to fix your business. I'm telling you how to fix your business. Why are you mad about that? I don't understand. Maybe I would understand now that I was really leading a horse to water, and it's, sometimes the approach of the projector, I needed to actually coach them into opening up first before providing straight up solutions, because maybe they were not the personality type who was going to say, okay, I'm ready to be actionable. I'm ready to go. And I think that was kind of the missing component, and it really led to burnout for me. I was like, dude, I can't keep offering solutions and then being told, hey, you get great results with some people, but some people are just not hearing you. I wonder why. Well, I know why now, because our personality types were not being kind of like woven together in the appropriate way. Now that I understand human design a little bit. And I don't think that I would ever write off coaching. I really enjoyed coaching. I might go back to it, but when I do, I think I'll go back to it with a different approach. And in the meantime, I'm very burnt out. And the way that my personality, like my human design type, manifests burnout is through bitterness. So I don't want to live in a world where I'm angry or bitter or almost like holding it against other people that I'm burnt out and tired. I don't want to be, short-tempered with my children the second they get off school. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how that manifests for me, whether that's part of human design or just the way that I was experiencing it. It just so happens that human design validated that for me. I was already experiencing it. And when I read that human design type, I was like, actually, that is exactly how I feel. At the end of the day, I don't feel just tired. I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't feel apathetic. I feel bitter. And that's exactly the word that they gave me that it would be. So I don't want to live like that. So I'm taking some time. We talked about this on my last podcast. I was saying I need this summer of suns is what I'm calling it, where I'm really just spending my entire summer filling up my sons' cups and allowing them to do the same for me. And we're going to spend so much time together until I start complaining about them. Because they're 4 next month. Oh my God, 4 years old. And 5. I can't believe that they're already 4 and 5. I don't have babies anymore. I don't even really have toddlers, do I? I have kids. So yeah, I'm having a summer of suns, rest, relaxation. I'm only taking on projects that fill my cup and really inspire me and that I'm passionate about. So in about 4 or 5 weeks, I am going to the Czech Republic, and I'm meeting all my friends out there, and traveling is something that I absolutely love doing. Speaking is something I love doing. So I'm speaking at the Czech PMU conference. I'm speaking about a project that I'm absolutely passionate about, which is Brow Sister. I'm bringing Brow Sister to Czech, and I already have an exclusive deal there with someone who's going to be my, basically like the Brow Sister plug. She has an exclusivity deal to be the only Brow Sister PMU product seller, I guess, or reseller. Is that the right word? And then in the fall, I'm going to be with my sons all summer. In the fall, I'll be doing that again, but I'll be doing it in London. And I will be with some of my besties out there. Sheila and I are meeting Alice Kingdom, Layla Henshin. I think maybe we're going to convince Carla Ricciardone to come as well. She's one of my best girly friends. I don't know if Amanda Banks is coming, but I hope so. So it's work. I'm going out there. I'm meeting people. I'm introducing my brand to people. I'm speaking, but speaking is something that I love doing. It energizes me. It doesn't take energy from me. And also I'm hanging out with my girlfriends, which is so important to me because being as we live literally all over the world, how often do I get to have a glass of wine with my girlfriends? Like very rarely, right? So it's something that's super important to me. And my husband is also, I'm pretty sure, as long as his work says yes, my husband is also coming with me, which means that I also get to have husband and wife time, have our anniversary, and this is really a trip that I've always wanted to take with my husband. I want to see the Swiss Alps so bad. So bad. And TikTok knows it. They are targeting me with this shit. So, yes, it's work and it's my business, but it's never going to feel that way to me. It's never going to feel that way to me if I'm only picking and choosing projects that I'm passionate about. And they still are in alignment with me because I'm speaking, I'm educating, I'm guiding, I'm introducing people to things, I'm making connections for the brand. It's all within alignment for me. So I would gather to say that by September, I will be back from the brink of complete and utter burnout. And I think this is something that I've kind of oh my God, you know who I left off the list of people that I'm going to be meeting in London? Laura Shinnery. What an idiot of me. Yeah, I think I feel so relaxed. I feel like I just took a deep breath of fresh air. That's what it feels like. Like I just stopped running and took a deep breath, caught my breath, and I'm just like relaxing. And I'm so excited about that. And as a projector, that's actually where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to have a lot of rest and relaxation. I'm supposed to wait for the invitation for someone who actually wants the expertise, the coaching, the knowledge, the guidance, or for me to work on a project with them. And that's what I'm going to do. So if you are interested in finding out your human design type, there are plenty of places that you can go to do this. I did it for free. There's this girl called Jenna Zoe, Jenna, and I don't know if her last name is Zoe or Zoe, but it's Zoe. If you just look up My Human Design with Jenna Zoe, her website is free. All you have to know is your birth date and the exact time that you were born, and she'll tell you a little bit about your human design. And then if you want to learn a whole lot of, like, you'll get your chart, if you want to learn how to read that chart, or if you want to learn what's really important, I'm pretty sure you can find her on TikTok. But if you just type human design projector or generator or whatever into TikTok, there's so much info there. I don't know. I thought it was really interesting, and I thought that it really aligned with where I was currently with my burnout and in business. And I wanted, I'm a fucking projector, so I wanted to pass that on to you. If you would like to continue this conversation, please follow me on Instagram at victoria.glam and DM me there. If you're not following me and you DM me, it goes to message requests. And I have a lot of those because that's where bot requests go as well. So I might not see it. But if you're following me and you send it, it'll go into my general tab and we'll find it there and we can kind of continue this conversation. Also, if you find that my podcast is really helpful to you or enjoyable to you, please leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. It helps kind of grow our community here and let me know what's working and what's not working. You can leave me feedback there. Which were your favorite episodes? What do you want to hear more of? That kind of thing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you, I guess, in a couple of days, since this is a Monday, Thursday podcast now. And in the meantime, I'm going to go relax. Talk to you later.